Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS. To you I say Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect, Kwam Yasha'Allah and Abad Babal. And what you see here on the screen is a video from Elder Apostle Tahar's channel. The channel is called Elders in Transit 3. And yes, of course, I'll post a link in the description during post-production. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I suggest you do so. That's the spirit, you know. The brothers are now posting videos about the MOTB. And, you know, I was inspired to do this lesson due to Elder Apostle Tahar. And he's a very good elder / apostle, in my opinion. Now, I never met the Elder Apostle. I never met him, right? Never met him, never spoke to him. But, you know, through his videos, I learned a lot during the course of the time I've been in this truth. I learned a lot from Elder Apostle Tahar and other elders as well. So I just got to give him some credit. You know, he taught me. I'm a disciple under the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. But yeah, he said in the video, you know, brothers should be doing more videos about the MOTB. Get on it. And it's true. But I want to go into just a little bit of what Elder Apostle Tahar broke down. Let me just put the do not disturb things in here. About what he broke down in the video here that you see on the screen with this brother here, the testimony that he gave, the dream that he had about the MOTB, on how it took pretty much brothers out the faith. And a lot of you brothers, man, that are in this truth right now, currently, that are laboring and striving, not all of you are going to pass the test of not taking the MOTB. And a lot of you are going to take the MOTB because of family and loved ones. Because they took the MOTB, now you're going to take it. So a lot of men in this truth, man, they're going to rely on the arm of flesh. And guess what? That arm of flesh, by you relying on the MOTB, which is you relying on the arm of flesh, you're not going to do too well. You're not going to do too well, right? You're going to get judged by the Lord. You're either going to you're going to catch a missile, or the Lord's going to come back and zap you, man. Right? So it's serious. You know, we're all saying, I'm not going to take the MOTB, but you know, we'll see what you're made out of. And that includes myself when the test comes. You know, Lord willing, I ask the Lord, I don't want to take that, man. You know, I don't want to take the MOTB. Screw that. Right? But a lot of you who have children, wives, you're going to be tested. You know, you're going to be tested. Everyone's going to be tested, but you specifically. The ones that have family, you know, children, wives, sons, daughters, right? You're going to be tested. Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, I'm hungry. Take the chip. Take the chip. Right? You know, that's serious, man. That's serious. So you know what? I'm going to start off with Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And you know, a lot of you men, too, that are in this truth, man, there's men, man, who are sitting on millions of dollars. And I'm not just talking about IUIC. I'm talking about in Great Millstone, man. I had a dream about certain individuals, man, who are sitting on millions, right? Who have $1 million in the bank, man, and they don't want to do anything for the congregation that they're over. I had dreams about that, man. You know, and I'm not going to say any names, right? And that's why the camp is not acting good, or your situation isn't good. Could be your camp or the situation that you're in. It's because you're not spreading the wealth around, man, to certain individuals which are brothers that need it. You know, the ministry needs it. You know, a lot of men like that, they're going to get caught up with the MOTB too. Because they didn't want to show charity, man. Right? And help the servants of Yahweh Bashim Shai. But it is what it is. And like the apostles say, you know, we don't need your fucking money. We don't need your money. We got jobs. We got a way of doing things. And first and foremost, we have Yahweh Bashim Shai. At the end of the day, he pays us our bills. And he gives us what we want and what we need. Especially what we need. All right, anyways, I just thought I'd say that. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, man. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? So you can't buy or sell without that mark, the M-A-R-K. And when you look that word up, it's charagma in the Greek, and it's an incision. It's something that's going to be inserted in your flesh. Right? And that mark comes with a digital ID, comes with digital currency. It comes with you having all your information in that little electronic device that will be inserted into you. And that's going to allow you to buy and sell. Right? So we're coming into that time where it's going to be made mandatory. Right? And when it's made mandatory, which means it's written in law that you have to have this in order to function in society, what are you going to do? Who are you going to rely on? You're going to rely on Esau, Edom? Are you going to entrust in oppression, or are you going to trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? And that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. And, you know, like Elder Apostle Tahar said, a lot of you aren't going to pass the test. Unfortunately, but it has to play out that way because it's prophecy. Right? So, yeah, that mark, the M-A-R-K. Let's go into the Greek here real quick. M-A-R-K. Karakma in the Greek, a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses. Right? So you're going to be branded like a horse, man. You know what that means? You're just livestock. You're a servant, you're a slave, you're owned when you do that. So if you take the MOTB, it just means that you are now property of the elites, and you're a part of the beast system. You're a part of the beast, man. So you know what that means if you take this? You're pretty much a demon, man. You're a demon. Because you made yourself, you paid, well, you know, that means you have taken allegiance with the mark of the beast and the beast system and the international banking families. So you know that makes you're a demon, man, and you're an idolater, and really you're against Yahushai when you do that. So it says it here, of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. So you're against Yahushai. So now you're Yahushai's enemy. That's not good. Because we know what Yahushai is going to do when he comes back. He's going to get busy, man. Down and dirty. He's going to come back like a travailing woman. In labor, man. Just tearing shit up. You know, cracking them skies. Destroying this place. And anybody that's not for him and his kingdom. So you're an enemy to Yahushai and his throne and his kingdom. So it says, the mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. That's right, you're an idolater. So yeah, man, that's what happens when you take that M-A-R-K. Verse 18, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right, and that 666, when you break it down, it goes into the universal barcode. Now the universal barcode is going to be in you. You are the barcode. You know, when you go to the store, everything has a barcode on it. And when you go to the cash register, you go to the self-checkout area, you swipe that on the scanner. That's what it's talking about. That's that mark when you break it down. And, you know, brothers, and even including myself, we've done numerous videos on that, showing you that. It's here. But real soon, guys, it's going to be made mandatory, and then that's when you're going to be tested. That's when I'm going to be tested. Especially me. Now, let me get another precept. Let's get Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. 10, verse 37. And it says here, oh no, I'll start at verse 36. No, verse 35, Salakia. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. That's right, and the Lord is a power of controversy. You know why he's going to set you at variance with your loved ones? You know how he's going to do that? It's really with the truth. Because not everybody's going to accept the truth. You may accept the truth, but your family members don't. So now they're against you and you're against them. Right? That's how it is. And you brothers, man, the reason why you're going through the things that you're going through now with not being accepted, or when you go on your day-to-day, people don't take a liking to you. That's because the Spirit of the Lord is on you, of course. And what you stand for, you stand up for righteousness. But that's all to get you ready for this point, for the test. Right? So when that time comes, when everybody hates you, which they're hating you now, but more so in the future, you're gonna shrug it off. You're gonna wipe the dust off your shoulder. You don't even care. That's not gonna faze you if the Lord puts His Spirit on you. So He's preparing you for that time. Just thought I'd say that. Verse 36, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Yeah, that's right. So you have more to fear within than outside. So your mom, your dad, your grandmama, right? Your sister, your sons, your daughters, your wife, they're going to turn against you. And you sisters that are in the truth, you may have an unbelieving husband. He's going to turn against you. Right? He's going to turn against you, man. Right? Verse 37, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. That's right. So if you take the MOTB because of your loved ones, then you're really not worthy of Yahweh Shai or Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You're not. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. That's right, because you're supposed to love the Lord. And how do you love the Lord? Keeping the commandments, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and showing obedience. Remember, the scripture says obedience is better than sacrifice. I believe Samuel said that. Samuel the prophet. I think he was telling King Saul that when he didn't listen to him, or when he didn't listen to the Lord for telling him to destroy the Amalekite king, to get rid of all those Amalekites. Obedience is better than sacrifice, right? So you're supposed to obey the Lord. Right? So you have to obey him even unto death. And that's what it might boil down to, man. Hey, man, your family members, they may be brought to the guillotine, man, to get their head lobbed off, chopped off. You have to obey to the end. Can you do that? It's very hard to do. Right? It's very hard to do. I'm talking about a person that is in the flesh. Of course, it's going to be very hard for them to do that, right? But now, if you're in the spirit, anything's possible. That won't be a big deal, because you're going to be thinking spiritually. You're going to get them on the next side. They're going to be increased. You're going to be increased. Or a miracle can happen to get them off. Right? So I just thought I'd say that again. Right? Say that. Just some thoughts. But verse 38, it says, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. That's right. So here we go. I'll read in the NLT. If you love your father or your mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. Or if you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. That's right. You are not worthy. Verse 36, I'm going backwards. Your enemies will be right in your own household. That's right. The woman that you sleep with. The son that you play catch with. The daughter you take to swimming lessons. You got her braces. Yeah, how about that? It's going to be your enemy. Going to be your enemy. And it is what it is. That shows you, man, the Lord is a serious power, man. He's an austere power. And he is a man of war, man. He's a man of war. The Lord is a man of war. He's merciful too, don't get me wrong. And he's long-suffering, but he is a man of war, man. Most High don't play, man. Most High is serious. When he said you're going to be tested, you're going to be tested. It's not a joke. All right, let's move on. Let's go into Isaiah chapter 30. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. For you guys that trust in oppression, Israel's known for doing that. And it's going to happen again in these last days, especially when the MOTB comes out. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Yasha, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. That's right, and that's what's going to happen when you take the MOTB. Which just simply means you trust in oppression. You trust in the so-called white man. You trust in the beast. Man, how can you trust into something like that when it says the beast? How could you trust a beast? Think about that. A beast just goes off instinct. It doesn't think. It just goes off basic instincts, wants, and desires. It doesn't think things through. So why would you trust something like that? The beast, the mark of the beast. I'm going to take the mark of the beast. You're going to trust a beast. Trust a beast. Something that's lawless, man. You're crazy, man. But that's our people. That's our people, because this is all they know. They're so used to this place. They're so used to having things at a snap of the finger, which that's not right either. The way we're living isn't right. All these chemtrails and you getting up in the morning, going to work and having a cup of coffee, man. That's not really good, right? Especially the way that you're doing things. It's just not good, man. Now, I'm not saying that you're not supposed to work. You have to, because we're set up to. We're set up to live this way right now. But the way we're living is because of sin, right? But, man, Jake is comfortable in hell, and they think it's right. So, of course, they're going to trust the MOTB. But like I said, man, why would you trust a beast? Why would you trust a beast? That's crazy. That's crazy. So, yeah, when you take this MOTB, man, you're not going to do too well. It's going to backfire on you. And you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. Right? That makes you a super slave. And it makes it a more centralized government. Everything is under the elite's control, the government's control. They know what you're going to be doing 24 hours around the clock, man. That's no way to live. So yeah, that's what you get for trusting in oppression, man. So if you take the MOTB, you're trusting in oppression. It's not good. So this is Proverbs chapter 25, verse 19. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Putting confidence in an unreliable person in times of trouble is like chewing with a broken tooth or walking on a lame foot. True. And that's what you're doing. You're putting your trust in the arm of flesh. That's what you're doing when you take the MOTB. And yes, it's not going to help you, and it's going to be like chewing with a broken tooth or walking on a lame foot. That's terrible. Having a bad foot or a lame foot. Let me see the word lame here. See foot here. I won't say. You know what? I got to look that up in Adam Online. Lame. Let's look up lame. Okay. Yeah, crippled. Weak. Yeah, so it could be like broken. Yeah, broken, literally broken, like a broken foot. That's very painful to walk on a broken foot, especially with no crutches. That's very painful. Can't even walk at all. or having a broken tooth, that sucks. I remember a brother in the camp had a broken tooth. It was like cracked. And he experienced a lot of pain, man. He experienced headaches. It wasn't good. So that's what happens, man, when you trust in the arm of flesh, man. It doesn't go too well for you. So what does that mean, man? You should be trusting in the Lord, because the Lord, he doesn't break down. The Lord is a power that cannot lie. He's unstoppable. You know, the Lord has always told us the truth. And he has always gotten us out of very, very serious jams, man. He's never failed us. Never. So like I said earlier, why put trust in the beast, or in a beast, which is really a man? Why would you trust a man? All right. Why would you trust a man that's backed by the spiritual demon Satan? Come on, man. A beast. Come on. Makes no sense. But I'm saying that now, right? Right, I'm saying that now. Things are good right now, but who knows? You know, that's a serious test. Just thinking about it. Anyways, let's go into, it's just me talking, man. Let's go into Psalms chapter 52, verse 7. I think this is going to be the last precept. I think this is going to be, oh no, I still have Isaiah. Yeah, so let me get Psalms 52. Psalms 52, verse 7 here. And it says, Lo, this is the man that made not the Most High his strength. Actually, you know what? Let me read. You know what? Let me just read this. Lo, this is the man that made the Most High not his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches, and strengthened himself in his wickedness. I'm going to just read this. Look what happens to mighty warriors who do not trust in the Most High. They trust their wealth instead, and grow more and more bold in their wickedness. Right? And that's some people too. You know, they're gonna trust in their riches to get them through the time of trouble. You know, I'll take the MOTB because I want to stay rich. Right? You know, I want to stay rich. I want to stay wealthy. I want to stay powerful. Right? So, yeah. Just thought I'd bring this out. You know, I just thought I'd bring this out. You know, people who trust in their riches, you know, your riches are not going to do you any good. You know, when the Lord comes back, what are you going to do? Right? Trusting in your riches. Man, you're about to lose it all. About to lose it all. You know, a lot of you people think, oh, you know, the MOTB, whatever. You know, I'm rich now. It's not gonna, you know, that's not gonna bother me. I'll just live off the grid. You know, what happens when the stock market crashes? Because when it crashes, or something major happens, it might not be that, but if something major happens where everything changes, guess what they're gonna bring in for the solution? They're gonna bring in the MOTB. What are you gonna do then? How's your riches gonna get you out of that jam? Right? So this is for you people, man, that trust in riches. You people that are big and strong right now, who have it good. What are you going to do then when the Lord takes this away from you? Oh, my light came off. All right, so I'm going to get the last precept. Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6. Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6. It says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand, and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him. So let's read in the NLT. On Egypt, if you lean on Egypt, it will be like a reed that splinters beneath your weight and pierces your hand. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, is completely unreliable. That's right. So trusting in Egypt, which we're in Egypt again, this is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt, a place of our captivity. Man, go back and read the old stories of how we were living in Egypt, man. That place was full of oppression. So it's going to be Egypt 2.0 on steroids, man, because they're going to bring this MOTB. That's super oppression, man. Man, you couldn't rely on Pharaoh. Man, Pharaoh hated your ass. Pharaoh hated the Israelites back then, and Pharaoh hates the Israelites now. Man, Pharaoh was cruel, man. Pharaoh was freaking cruel, man. Especially when Joseph, left, and then a new Pharaoh arise, right? He conspired against you Israelites to oppress you. Yeah, but trusting in a Pharaoh, it's not going to do good for you in the long run. Right? So trusting in Pharaoh is just like trusting the MOTB, because that's what Pharaoh is going to bring forward, man. The MOTB. That's the solution to all your problems. That's what he's going to say. But like what the NLT said, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, is completely unreliable. That's right, man. Okay, let me set this. Change not. Get another precept here. Change not. You got to rely on the Lord. Okay, so this is Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. For I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, I change not, therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. NLT, I am Yahweh, and I do not change. That is why you descendants of Jacob are not already destroyed. Ever since the days of your ancestors, you have scorned my decrees and failed to obey them. Now return to me, and I will return to you, says the Lord of heaven's armies. But you can ask, how can we return when we have never gone away? Wow. It's true, and the Lord will never fail you, man. The only reason why the Lord is not answering now is because of how you acted. You went off and you sinned. And you rejected him. But the Lord is a power that cannot change, man. You know what that means? He's reliable. He's reliable. I know there's another precept I'm thinking about. Give me 1 second here. Okay, it's Psalms 9 and 10. That's one of them, but for the sake of time, I'm just going to get this. I can't remember the other one. So this is Psalms chapter 9, verse 10. And they that know thy name, the name is Yahweh in the Paleo, that's the name of the Father. And Yahushai is the name in the Paleo, which simply means he is to be. He is the deliverer. So Yahweh means he is to be. Yahushai means he is the deliverer. Those are the names that you put your trust in. And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee, for thou, Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. So the Lord will never forsake you if you're seeking him out and you put your trust in him. So you're going to make it through. If you trust in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, he'll make a way out for you. So anyways, that's it. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah HaChadash, the honors to the apostles and elders of Ray Milson of GMS, to USA Shalom, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect, Kwame Ashala and Abba Shalom.